hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here is Hill. And on the scoreboard. At the elbow, it's free. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Jazz. They lead by 9. And we'll be back in... And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his...
Yeah, I just want to get better.
Well, the desires there, and sounds like the commitment that something making some changes. Turner's checked in for Hill. Freak comes in for Allen. And it's Hill in for Monte Ellis. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Turner is out there with Freak. And it's George in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Freak with it. Working on Favors. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Favors.
That's a wall.
And the layup is good. Favors has got 4 points this quarter.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks had a huge game. He had 21 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to do it.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Mahimi's checked in for Indiana. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And a switcher also for Utah. Max checked in for Rodney Hood. Gobert with a screen on Stuckey. Out to the wing. Outside Favors. Here's Mack. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Hill passes to Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Looking at the numbers for Freak, he's got 8 points. He's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Ellis, who's checked in for Indiana. And a switcher also for Utah. Withy's checked in.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
Shot is off. The Jazz go the other way with it. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Freak. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And that one's good by Favors.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Hill kicks to Freak. Drops it in from 11 feet. Freak's got 7 points for the quarter. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Jazz out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll see you back here after the break for...
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now,
welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to... Some changes here for for the Pacers. Miami's checked in for Turner. Freak comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for Hill. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Exum. And it's Burks in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, look here at last year in the NBA, where the Jazz ranked 11th in fewest turnovers per game, 12th in points off turnovers. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
Freak with it. He's guarded by Favors. And it's Freak missing. Jazz leading by 17. Here's Mack. He's had some playing time, but no score yet from him. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Blowing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, and the other thing also is tonight they've been able to get to the free throw line consistently and also convert big points from the charity stripe.
George dishes to Ellis. The 11-footer, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's 13 points for Freak.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
They set the pick. Now, here's Burks, defended by George. Exum with a wide-open look. The Pacers pull it in. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover, just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
Pass to Favors. He dishes it to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Gobert with a screen for Burks. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over the back call.
And Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
Second free throw, no good. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You're letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw. That is inexcusable.
Ellis kicks to George. Feeds to Freak. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Mahimi, and he jams it with authority.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Pacers trail by 19. Ellis outside. He feeds it to Freak. Looking to get it going. Great D that time from Favors.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's hot.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming out of the court are your Pacers fans.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. Checked in for Lavoy Allen. Here's Mack. Freak in at the 4 spot. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Assist goes to Shelvin Mack.
Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Hill passes to Freak. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And that's 15 points for Freak. Jazz leading by 23.
2 minutes.
Burke dishes to Exum. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. 18 feet out. Offensive rebound. Turner. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Burke. The dish to Hood. Pass to Burks. 5 to shoot. Here's Burke. And Utah again with the bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Favors. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And George, here we go. Burks with the steal. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Burke kicks to Hood. The feed now to Mack. And here is Burke, and so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan play.
A tremendous night of shooting the basketball for him tonight. He was nearly 60% from the field. Ernie, 60. That's Shaq-like numbers. Okay, that's Kenny Smith-like numbers. I'm telling you, this guy was outstanding. I love the way he shot it all over the place.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early throwing popcorn.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
In reality, I'm just an average Joe with a simple life, no American.